Okay, so hi everyone, good evening. So um how's your weekend? How are you doing? So sorry I couldn't pass this message across to everyone about this class, like so all on Sunday. I didn't put it on the Slack channel, and I didn't make a post of it. Okay, it was something that I had to basically carve out for my busy schedule. Okay. I'm so sorry about last class once again. Yesterday's office hour that went off abruptly. Okay, ended abruptly. We had some technical and data issues, and that was the reason why. So today we'll just go. I will just go straight to what we have for today. I think for those that have not yet submitted their task, you still have about 3 hours thereabout to submit your task. So I would be as fast as possible so that you can go back and make corrections if there are. That any corrections that you need to make, you just make such corrections and then you move from there. But before then, let me. Okay, I'll share my screen now. Okay, I'll share my screen now. Okay, I think this is where we stopped on Thursday. Um, I would also want to um I will also want to look into the questions for the week in case there are any questions that we're supposed to address during the week. That's okay, no, yeah, no, just office. Okay. From look of things, do we prepare that Node.js or vanilla JavaScript? They have not really entered into Node.js. We also have been doing in JavaScript. So your the task, every task for now, at least to week 4, should be done with just vanilla JavaScript, just JavaScript. Next week we'll enter into Node.js, and then you start. Uh, Basically, you do the task you do, it will be based on what you've learned so far. I cannot come and tell you to build a server now, okay, for week 4 or for week 5, because it has not been taught. It's not part of the resources for that week. It was not part of the resources for the previous week. Okay, basically, it's just progressive. That's basically how I would put it like that. I know that this task is the task week 4 task was challenging for everybody, and I know one of the reasons why is because people are this is the first time where we um we are doing coding exercise. Okay, a coding task. We'll be doing objective task, but this is the first time we're doing actually doing a coding task, and I think that's one of the difficulties we've been facing. Okay, so I would so we can just begin. So I will just run this. This is where we stopped on Thursday. So we we talked about prompt a user for username and display it. Um and this is what we use to prompt the user for username. Okay, we use this line of code. This line of code we use to prompt user. So we talked about welcome user using username. And we did this console.log welcome then username. Then we talked about the get variables that should be placed outside the for loop. Okay, we said that we will use the for loop method. Okay, um, and these are the variables I created. But I basically commented all this out because I wanted us to see how the for loop um statement looks like. Okay, and basically not the for loop. Why we're using the for loop is basically for the range. Okay, we are talking about 1 and 2, and if the person passes, it increases to 1 and 3. If the person passes, it increases to 1 to 4. They're about 1 to 5, 1 to 6, and all that. So that's one of the reasons why we put everything in a for loop. So we just run this shortly. Like I said, I'm not going to be answering, giving you doing the task for you. I'm going to just give you pieces of the task. It's just for you to come and put them together. So this is like one piece. The other ones I've done that pieces of the task. So I put one, it enters 1 and 3. You can see that it changes to 1 and 3, it increases. So that increment 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 1 and 6 works. Okay. Um, it just works. The increment basically works. And that's all I wanted us to look at, that it works. Okay. I didn't put any restrictions. There are no restrictions and all that. Okay. For now. There are no restrictions, because when it says enter number between 1 and 4 and it's giving me and I wrote 23 and I entered, no, it's not supposed to be it's not supposed to be so. Okay, there are more restrictions we can put, like when a person, like I'm saying, get between 1 and 2 and the person puts 3. I'm not supposed to tell the person you are wrong, try again. I'm supposed to tell the person those are extra restrictions that everyone wants to make the game a more perfect game. Okay, instead of saying you are wrong, try again, we can say invalid input when the person puts a number that is higher than, but that's not what we're going for. Well, for the task, we're not going towards that area for the task. I'm just telling you that the task can be improved upon, okay, if you choose to. Okay, if you choose to want to learn and just know stuff, you can go a step further to do that. But it's not part of the grading criteria. You will not get additional marks for it. It's not part of anything called the task for week 4. Okay, basically. And the next thing we would look at is your if statement. Okay, on that thing that is very key is if statement. Okay, so we already did this come and pass prompt, enter a number between this and this. Okay, and normally what we say is if okay, so one of the things I could do is okay, I won't go into that. I'll just write the if statement. So I can just say if computer guess is equal to user guess, do something else, do something. Okay. So this computer guess, we can console.log this computer guess, okay, and run it as many times as possible. Okay, so let me put this if computer guess, let me do something. So I can do it like this, okay. Basically, okay, I can say console.log the man. Okay, but first, before we do this, I'll comment this out, able to console.log gets. I want to see what the computer is getting at every given point in time. Okay. So if I run, okay, um, I don't know why it's, but basically it's auto. But let's keep this. Comment this and console.log. Okay. Um, I would I would remove the for statement. Okay. And the reason I want to remove the for statement is because I want to test this code first before putting it in our for statement and all. I want to make sure that this code without the for statement works properly. Okay. So I would copy this and take it outside of the first statement. Okay, and then I will comment out this for statement. So this is basically how you try your stuff. You have to make sure okay. So I would okay. I is not defined. Okay. Oh, so sorry about that. Okay. That should let me see. Instead of I can put since I was equals to 2, I can put 2 there. Okay, I can put 2 there. That is just go between 1 and 2. Okay, between 1 and 2, and let me say 1, you are the man. Okay, so I run it again. See 1, try again. So it works basically. 1 and 2 works, 1 and 2 works at every given point in time, 1 or 2 works. Okay, so I can get this out knowing that this will and I can uncomment this. Okay. So every other thing I won't say won't and all that. I won't tell you the task for you. And that's what exactly I will run through this shortly. Suggest using a while loop to get user value. Anything you want to do, please, any method you want to use, please use. Just the only thing I just want is that your code runs and your code works. Okay, you can use any method. This is just one of the methods. You can use any method. Eh? There are so many. The truth is that, like, at least the one I know of, the one I know of, I can do this assignment in like 4 different ways. Okay, some with a more advanced JavaScript libraries or functions. Okay, some with more advanced JavaScript stuff. Basically, I can do this particular task, but this example does seem to be one of the simplest ways one can do it. Okay, but all I just want to see is that your task works fine. Okay. Uh, okay. Yes. My my DM is open on Slack. You can message me on Slack if you have any question. So I think this will bring me to the end of today's office hours. If you have any questions, you can just put on the chat box so I can quickly answer the question. Okay, apart from Michael Eder, I want a personalized, you want to ask me a question. I don't know why you don't want to share here on YouTube on the call on this office hour. But whichever way, I'm open to help you out in any way I can. Okay. So note that your code can be different from what we have here. This may not be the accurate structure, even with this method, this may not be the accurate structure of the code. Like I said, like you saw me doing testing code, making sure this works, making sure that works. Okay, I can put this for loop into, if you want to put it to a first, fine. If you want to use that guess that this, put it using a while loop, fine. Okay. If you want to use while loop instead of for loop, fine. If you want to use whatever, just it's okay, and it's okay by me. Um, there's another thing I want to say about your task. Okay, especially those ungraded tasks. Okay, so I would I would move from grading the objectives. Okay, right now to grading your week 4 task. So people that your week 3, your week 2, your week 2 or your week 3 tasks are not being graded, do not panic. They will be graded. It's just that there's, how will I put it? Um it's easier grading those tasks. And I don't want a situation whereby these complex tasks now that you have started doing from week 4, it's going to be pretty complex, whereby I have to look through codes, whereby I have to look at you basically go through so many things. And when grading your objective, that's for week 2 and week 3, I could basically spend 10 seconds grading a person, 10 seconds or even less grading a person, depending. If the person got everything, it takes me less time. If the person didn't get everything, it takes me more time. So basically, it depends, but give or take, it takes me, with a very stable and fast internet connection, it takes me 10 seconds to grade a particular participant, 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, but that will not be the case for week 4 task going forward. So I want to start putting my energy, okay, and my time into these more complex tasks. Okay, the other ones will be done easily. In fact, I can get help from other mentors, okay, and other tracks, okay, and they can easily help me out grading the objectives because it's just A, B, C, true, false, okay. But it may not be that easy for them to go into your JavaScript, like somebody doing design, doing design, to come and start grading for loop and all that, okay, or while loop or if statements. She gets it. So I would focus my energy on this task. Okay. Don't worry, your week 2 and your week 3 task will be graded at least before or on the final week of your training phase, of this training phase, before we enter into project phase, on or before the final week of the training phase. All your week 2 and week 3 tasks will be graded. So I don't want you to be forgetting and feel there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong. Okay. All tasks will be graded. I just want to start focusing my energy on these complex tasks. Okay. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end of this office hour. Okay, I can see that there are no questions. Okay, take care. Have a good night's rest. Okay, bye.